All right, guys, so in this video, I'm gonna talk about the advantages for shipping from Latvia. So if you are new to e-commerce, my name is Daniel Phillip. I'm an e-commerce entrepreneur that now runs a distribution and logistics company, Atlas Distribution. We have a few different locations, and in this video, I'm going to talk and discuss a little bit about why we chose Latvia for a shipping location and why you should strongly consider shipping from Latvia for your e-commerce distribution for Europe and potentially for worldwide. Okay, so first point that I want to put is the accessibility of the European market for the competitive prices that Latvia offers. So the reason why I initially chose Latvia, whereas before I was shipping from China, and for US I was shipping to US and Canada from Ohio, when we started to tackle the European market, we were looking for locations that were in a very cheap country. So when we took into consideration, we always look at like cost for employment, and we also look at accessibility for flights, for shipping, for channels. And Latvia, for those of you guys who do not know, there's a company called Printful. Printful is a company that I used in the past when I started e-commerce doing print on demand, shipping t-shirts, prints, different products like that. And so when I was looking at European distribution, I saw that Latvia was there, and I know that their European distribution and their global distribution is very, very heavy. Also, when COVID happened, when the coronavirus happened, my friend used Printful to ship a couple samples of products that he was looking to manufacture. And it actually came from Latvia, Europe, all the way to Canada in about 2 weeks. When he got that shipment and when he told me about that, I was like, Latvia is probably a good opportunity for me to look at. And so I flew there, I set up business relationships there, and we opened up our small warehouse and a distribution center. Latvia is probably the best, in my opinion, country to ship throughout all of Europe, because if you haven't checked the calculator yet, it has some of the most competitive pricing. Before I went to Latvia, I set up a small distribution center in Netherlands. I'm originally from Canada, but my father's Dutch and my mother's Brazilian, so I got a lot of family in the Netherlands. And I went to Den Haag, where we set up a small warehouse. And when we were looking at prices there, when we shipped our initial inventory there, we were shipping with a company. We didn't have any contracts yet for shipping, and we absolutely got destroyed. Pricing for 250 grams was about 8 or 9 euros, and that is when I had to look at setting up shop somewhere else. And so that's also another reason why Latvia came up. But for European distribution, you can look around 4 to 5 euros per 250 grams, sometimes even 300 grams, depending on the dimension. You can check that all out on our website. If you go to atlasdistribution.co, I believe, and go over to Latvia and check that out. One of the other competitive advantages from as of now for 2021 and 2022, shipping from Latvia for European for European markets, you are not going to get spanked. You're not going to get charged with the European tax. So if you have in the past been shipping from China direct to consumer in Europe, as of July 2021, you guys know of the new regulation where your customers or you have to pay the extra 20 to 30% tax depending on what category you are in. Now that came as a huge surprise for a lot of people in e-commerce, because a lot of us were shipping directly from China to consumer, and Europe is a huge market. If you have not already expanded to Europe for your marketing and your selling, Europe is a huge market for marketing and for selling e-commerce products, but now has taken a massive toll, and we've seen a lot of people come to us saying, hey, can we ship with you guys because of this new regulation. So another great thing about shipping from Latvia or shipping from Europe to Europe is that you are not going to experience the huge tax, or your customers are not going to experience the huge tax. We actually got really lucky because we set up distribution for ourselves in Latvia before I even knew that this was going to be a huge problem. But as the saying goes, there's only two things that are for sure in life, and that's death and taxes. So we all know that taxes will come up. Okay, so those are a couple reasons why I believe that Latvia is one of the superior regions to ship to the European market. You've got fast delivery times. It's usually around 5, sometimes even 3 to 5 to 7 days to 2 weeks max, depending on what countries you're shipping from. Obviously, you can go to Netherlands and ship with us from our Netherlands office for Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany to get that 1 to 2 day shipping. But then again, you're going to be paying crazy amounts. But if you want that same day shipping, obviously that is a good option as well. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope that helps you out a little bit. When you consider, in my opinion, when you consider where you're going to ship from, really spend some time, do some research, because shipping logistics is a very complex but very crucial part to operating a smooth business model. Whether you're doing subscription model for products, whether you're just selling one-offs, doesn't matter what dimension or size it is, getting it to your customer at the cheapest cost is the most important thing to look at, because if you're paying more money for shipping, then obviously you're not going to have the margins to spend on marketing. So if you are considering us as a logistics partner, check out our rates below. You can always contact one of our awesome sales reps to get more in-depth pricing. Our shipping and receiving is also very good at helping you guys and walking you through the journey of setting up your Shopify store or your store with our integrated systems with the post. Oh, also we have for Latvia, there are a few of the channels that we use. One is our exclusive contract with Latvia Post. That is where we get our best rates, but we also ship with DPD. We tend not to ship with DPD because it is a little bit more expensive, especially for countries that are a little bit farther from Latvia. But Latvia Post is the contract that we have best rates with, but you can check that all down below. I hope that helps out a little bit on how to solve your shipping issue. I know there's not a lot of people providing services for logistics and distribution in Europe, so we're happy to help out in any way we can. And yeah, good luck on scaling your business, and hopefully be in contact soon.